Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we were going to be doing these opal nails. I've been trying to get these to look right for a while and I finally found a way that suits me. Now everybody does their opal nails a bit different. I mean, these aren't strictly exactly like the gemstones because they've got some bigger pieces of glitter and mylar and things in, but this is just how I like to do it, so I've just decided to show you today what I do. There are quite a few steps to this, but the way I do it is I start off with a coat of white gel polish. Now this doesn't have to be particularly smooth or really that opaque because we are going to put a few layers on top of it. But it's just like a background really. So this is my old white gel polish and it has got bits in it, it's got a few lumps in it, but that doesn't matter because it's all going to get smoothed out in the end. And this is like the really bottom layer, so it doesn't really make that much difference. So then after that's been cured for 30 seconds, I need to put some mylar flakes on. So, and then I'm using this Smiley's Glitter Store glitter called Luna. And that's like a white base with lots of little bits of mylar in as well. And then I'm using this grip gel by She Modern. Now this is the old one, and it is mainly used for, well, what it was made for was to use with the foil arts, but I don't really use them that much, and I've got quite a full bottle of this gel, so I just thought I would test it to see if it worked, for layering up designs and things like that, and it worked fine. So that's what I've used. So I've put that on and I've not cured it, so I've just left it wet, and I'm just going to put this mylar on. Now this does take a while because you need to get the shapes so that they look right and they're not hanging off the edge and they're not too chunky and they're not sticking up. So I'm just going to show you me doing this on one nail, and then I'll come back when I've done all of them. So after I'm happy with where all the bits of mylar are, I'm just going to cure that in the lamp for 30 seconds. And then off camera, I'm just going to do all the others exactly the same. So as you can see, I've done the same to the other nails, and then I'm just going to show you this Luna glitter and show you what it looks like. So it is a white base, but it's got lots of iridescent bits in as well. And I'm going to use the glue gel again. I'm going to use it wet again, and I'm just going to put a coat of that on all the nails, and then I'm going to put this glitter over the top. I'm only going to show you me doing 2 nails because the other nails at this stage are just going to be exactly the same. So with this brush that I've got, this is just an old paint brush because I don't mind if it gets ruined. Your brush won't get ruined as long as you don't, sort of cure your gel into it and things. I mean, even if that happens, you can soak it off with acetone. But this is just a brush that I just use for putting glitters on and things like that. So I just pat that down. I'm not pressing it hard because I don't want to move the gel too much. I'm just sort of pressing it in and then pressing it down just to make sure that there's no bits really sticking up that much. And then what I'm going to do is get another brush and I'm going to dip it in some alcohol, wipe it off, and then just go over the edges so that there's no bits sticking out of the edges. It just makes your filing a lot easier when you come to file it. So again, that's been in the lamp for 30 seconds and you can see I've done all of the nails. So I'm going in with the grip gel again, and this is just going to sort of start to fill in all the gaps between that glitter and make it a bit smoother. So I do put quite a thick coat of this on, and I try and sort of press it down a bit. So that's been cured for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to use some of this glue gel, and what we're going to do is I'm going to put 4 dots of this onto a palette, and I'm going to use some of the She Modern sheer pigments. So we're going to have a white opal nail, that's going to be the pinky nail. So I'm just going to put some of that sheer pigment, I'm going to mix it with the glue gel. The next one is going to be pink neon, because this is going to be more like a pink opal. The middle one is going to be purple, so I'm going to use the purple neon sparkling pigment. So these have got glitters in as well, but it's very fine. And the last nail is going to be the blue one. So I'm just going to mix those together and then paint them on the nails. So the pinky finger, that's just going to be a white opal one, so it's not going to have any extra colour on it. But the other ones, you might not even be able to see it on camera because it is very, very subtle, the colour, because I don't want it to be too strong. Because what I'm going to do is at the end, I'm going to go over with some alcohol inks at the end just to put a bit of colour in there. So yeah, you can hardly even see that. I think you might be able to see it a little bit on the blue one. In person you can see it a bit more, but you can't really on camera. But it is there. So then I'm using this from Model 1's. This is the liquid polygel, and as you can see it's white. So I'm going to go over each nail with a coat of this, and this is just going to cover up all that mylar and the glitter. It's still going to shine through because it's translucent, and I'm not putting it on really thickly. I'm just trying to make sort of an even coat over the top of the nails. So I'm going to do that to all the nails, and then that is going to get cured in the lamp for 60 seconds. So yeah, when I put the glue gel and the She Modern pigment, I did cure that in the lamp for 30 seconds after I'd done that. So yeah, this is going to get a 60-second cure because it's liquid polygel. It's more like a builder gel, so that needs a bit longer to cure. So you can see now the nails are starting to look a bit smoother because that glitter has been covered up now. Okay, so when that's been cured, I'm going in with a no white top coat, and this is just to get rid of any remaining bumps that there are, make it as smooth as possible before I start filing it, and also just to protect that white gel as well, because I don't really want to be filing into that white gel because that'll make it all uneven when I go to file it. And I don't want like patches where there isn't any of the white. I want the white to still be covering the nail. So after that's gone on, that is going to get cured in the lamp for 60 seconds. It does only need 30, but I just want to give it those extra few seconds just to make sure that everything is cured properly. So just before I go in and file, I'm just getting some alcohol on a wipe and just making sure that there are no sticky bits anywhere on the side of the nails or anything like that. And then I'm just going to show you me just filing one nail, because I don't want this video to be too long, and it is really awkward trying to file when I'm filming. So I've just gone over the side walls just to tidy them up, and I'm just making sure that it's not too bulky at the sides. Then I'm going over the cuticle area, and then I'm just going to go down the barrel of the nail and make sure that's all nice and even with the apex in the right place. And there are a few bumps where the mylar has stuck up a little bit, so I'm just going to make sure that I do make it all smooth, because we don't want those bits sticking up when we want to finish it off and we want a nice design. So they are all filed now, so I'm going to go in with, this is the Aimeili white, so this is 011, and I'm mixing that with some no white top coat, because this is going to be the second coat of like white translucent gel that makes it really look like an opal nail. Now it's up to you whether you want it more translucent or you want it more opaque. I didn't want it, you know, too translucent, but I also wanted to see the glitter underneath it. But you can play around with it, putting more no wipe top coat or, you know, more white in, depending how you like it. So the white one first, the pinky nail, that is going to stay that colour. I'm not going to be doing anything else with that nail because I just want that one white. But all the others, when I've put this coat on, I'm going to cure it in the lamp for 60 seconds. And then I'm going to come in with the next stage, which is a matte top coat. I did try and do this just over the no wipe top coat, but it didn't work as well. And then I also tried it when I just buffed it instead of putting a matte top coat on, and then when I did it that way, the alcohol ink soaked into the nails too much and there was too much colour. Okay, so after that's been cured for 60 seconds, I'm going to go in with the alcohol inks, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little drop on my my little piece of plastic there, my little palette. And I did brush it on, but the colour was too strong, so I just brushed a bit of it off. These have been made with 99% alcohol, so it does evaporate quite quickly. Because these are my homemade DIY, my DIY alcohol inks. Now what you can't see off camera is I've got a little dish of acetone, and I'm just getting my brush and I'm just dabbing it onto that nail because I don't want to completely wipe it off. I want it to be a sort of pattern. And you can hardly see it, but it's definitely there, and you'll see it more when it gets top coated. So I'm going to do this with each colour, but I made these quite strong and they are really pigmented, so I have to be careful how much I put on, because if you put too much on it can stain it and sometimes it's hard to get it off. So what I'm doing is I'm wiping, in that pump dispenser is alcohol, so I'm wiping my brush with alcohol, but I'm dipping it into the acetone just before I put it onto the nail. And you can see much better with that purple one. And then what I do is I go in a few times with the acetone, like 2 or 3 times onto the nail, just to make sure that I'm happy with where the colour is and there's not too much colour, because I didn't want them being a really strong colour because they're meant to be opal nails. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a design in the future with some like this, but the colours are a lot stronger. And I'll probably mix some of the colours together as well, like put more than one colour on each nail. But for these ones, I just wanted them to be sort of as natural as possible. So the blue ones are sort of like opalite, which has more of a bluish tinge. And then there's obviously the lilac one and the pink one, and then your white one is just sort of your standard light opal. Sorry about my throat, it is still quite sore. I am getting better, but I'm still full of this cold that I had, so I'm not 100% yet, so my voice keeps breaking up. Now this blue one I did have a bit of trouble with because I think the colour that I used was really strong, so it took a while for me to get it right. It does look on camera like I take most of the colour off, but in person it does look a lot stronger than it is. So I've sped this up obviously because it does take a long time and I do faff around with it a lot, but it's personal preference, it's however you want it to look. And you can even put more glitter on some of the upper layers if you wanted more glitter to shine through. And what's important about this as well, you need to make sure that these nails have completely dried before you top coat them, because if you don't it'll smear. So I'm ready for top coating now. And this white one isn't going to change much because it's just the white one and I've not really put any extra colour on it. So that is how it looks. I mean, you can hardly see the mylar and things like that, but when you turn the nail you can see it shining, and I love that about opal nails. So then this is the pink one. You can see it in the photographs, the colour a bit more. I think my lighting is a bit too strong, so it's washing it out a little bit. So which one is your favourite one? I like the purple one the best. I thought I'd like the blue one the best, but no, it's definitely the purple one. And I think with the pink one, I think I should have gone with a darker shade of pink or a different shade of pink. I think the neon pink was sort of a bad choice. I do like the way it looks, but I definitely prefer the purple and the blue one. So I'm going to show you a close-up video when these have all been cured, and then I'm going to put some photographs on. So I hope you like this video. I hope that you have a go at this, and let me tag me in any photos of ones that you do, because I'd love to see other people's sort of take on this, because like I said earlier, this is like personal preference. Everyone does it differently. Everyone has a different preference and, you know, the way they like to do it. But I love these. I mean, I know it's a lot of steps and it's a bit of faffing and everything, but it's not difficult. It's just a lot of layers to go on, and you've got to make sure that you sort of put them on in the right order. And like I said, I have been practicing and stuff and playing around with these, but I'm really happy with the way they turned out. So I just want to say as well, make sure that you, if you've not already, you head over to my giveaway, because it is still live. I'm doing a giveaway when I get to 1,000 subs. I'm already at 970. So there aren't a lot to go. There's only like 30 to go, so not long now. And then I'll be able to give away some of those amazing prizes. I will put a link in the description box, and I'm just putting some photos on now so you can see those colours shine a little bit better. So yeah, let me know which is your favourite and if you've tried this. So thank you for watching as usual, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.